Hey y'all, welcome to the Spiritual Hoe. It's your favorite spiritual hoe, Black Phoenix. And today we're going to be talking about our divine self, poly, lifestyle, and healing all in one, okay? So I'm going to give it to our guest today. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Show yourself some love.
So my name is Whitney Olivia Howard, aka Big Body Benz, aka Mama Jupiter, aka the charcuterie extraordinaire, all of the above.
Okay, y'all. So, first question: what made you get into the lifestyle, or even thinking about poly? Like, what did it for you?
So I was actually introduced to it through a guy that I was dating in St. Louis. And he was Hebrew Israelite.
Oh,
And so there was a situation because you know how me and lie. So it was a situation where we were talking about dating, dibbling and dabbling, and through my own level of religion and trying to figure out what works for me.
yeah.
And because I grew up Christian or whatever, so I'm trying to figure out what works for me. Not necessarily turning fully away from the church, but
Yeah,
just trying to find other things to believe in, but to make sense of it all, right?
yeah.
So I met this dude, we talking, and he disappears for like a month. Like we've been talking, like going hard for like 3 months straight. He disappears for like a month. He comes back and he was like, "Well, what if I told you I was married?" And I'm like, "Huh? What are you talking about? What are we talking about?" And so he was like, "Well, better yet, what if I told you that I wanted you to be my second wife?" So that threw me into a loophole.
So he just threw you out
Just
there.
threw me out there. Like that threw me into a loophole of learning about polyamory, polyandry. I can say I grew up in it a little bit, just knowing my dad and how he maneuvered. So I saw the different women, whatever, and all
Was
of
it
them.
more of an open thing when it came to your dad, or was it more of him just sneaking around and Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
but he had everybody in check. Everybody knew what they were supposed to be doing.
Okay.
But yeah, like for me, it was with the guy that I was dating. Like he was like, I want you to be. He was coming to me out there, and so I had to do my own research. I had to figure out, what it was, what it was all about.
Research.
Do your research. Kind of figure out what it was all about.
Yeah.
And if it was something that I feel like I could be a part of.
Exactly.
And then I was like, oh, well, this is not bad. Like, yeah, I'm sharing my person, but I mean, this could work. Like this could work. So that was kind of my introduction into it. From there, I dated different couples. I dated.
Okay.
I learned what solo poly was, so I thought solo poly just worked better for me.
Exactly.
I had always kind of been that player type deal. I wouldn't say. I would always say I've always kind of been a player. Like I've always had multiple people that I dated at the same time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they knew about each other, sometimes they didn't, just depending on what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely had my choice of different people to talk to and deal with, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I would say that was my first introduction.
Let's fast forward to your last relationship.
Okay.
What was the dynamic for
Um,
you, and what did you want it to be?
so when I met him, he was engaged to be married.
Okay.
And he told me that it was an open marriage, like they were going to have an open marriage. They date together, they date separately. Me at the time, I'm still solo poly, so I'm still doing my own thing.
Yeah, as you should.
And so when things got serious between us and I relocated here, I want to say I was under the impression that we were in a relationship.
Okay.
But we had not had an opportunity to really discuss what we were doing.
Okay.
I think he
How
brought.
long were y'all talking
prior to the relationship?
Yeah.
19. I say about 3.5 years.
Okay.
I say about 3.5 years. But during that time, like I wasn't living in the city. So, you know, he's still doing his own thing. I'm still doing my own thing.
Okay.
It wasn't until I relocated to Dallas that things kind of got a little more serious.
Okay.
But even then, it became a situation where I was under the impression that we were all dating together, me, him, and now
That's
his
what
wife.
you wanted.
And I wouldn't say it's something that I wanted. It was more so I can bite the bullet. I can bite the bullet. Because I noticed for me that it was a lot of things that she was really uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
And I found myself more in that therapist glue stage of the relationship where I'm trying to keep everybody happy and okay, you doing this over here, but it's making her uncomfortable.
And that ain't your fucking job.
It's not your job. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If you're thinking about going into a relationship with a couple, they should already have their shit down, foundation, a happy fucking union before y'all try to bring somebody in. We are not your fucking therapist. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to.
Disclaimer.
We're not your fucking therapist.
Spiritual hoe disclaimer. Spiritual hoe disclaimer. So yeah, so I felt myself, you know, kind of being that glue to kind of hold everything together. Yeah. Until it got to a point that it was just too much because I'm balancing
your own shit.
I'm balancing my stuff, right? So I'm balancing, you know, me. I'm balancing being a mom. I'm balancing trying to be a present partner for him, a present partner for her. And I think what made the situation a little more worse or off than most was that there was a lot of inconsistencies. There was a lot of insecurity, and there was a lot on both ends.
Okay.
And there was a lot of just all out lying, a lot of dishonesty
on both ends. Just lying.
Not for any particular reason, but enough to keep it was a lying to keep the peace. Oh, if I tell you this, you know, you won't ask me any other questions about this and whatever else is going on. So I think that was like the biggest thing. Unfortunately, I didn't know about a lot of that until I sat back and I started putting two and two together. But prior to that, like, it was drama, it was fights, it was a lot.
So, question, when that peaking point for you, when you was like, let me take a step back and reevaluate to notice what was actually going on, what did it for you? What was it? I know it was a multiple things on one, but what was that one thing that was like, okay, let me take a step back and really see how these fucking people ride?
Honestly, it was me finding out that I was pregnant with my son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Them babies do it every time. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was me finding out that I was pregnant with my son. That was the turning point for me.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that it would turn in a more positive.
Yeah.
But it literally was the brick that hit the domino to start the whole unraveling of everything.
Bringing life into the world or into a certain situation like that kind of helps you. I know for me, for example, I wanted my baby, but I just knew who I was dealing with, and it kind of just made me remove her my whole life and try to move in a certain way, because I was bringing another life into this world. Like, what? I don't want to raise my daughter in this certain situation.
Yeah, in chaos.
So it kind of just makes you take a step back and reevaluate your own shit. All right. Okay, so next question. So let's finish off with the dynamic rules. And where did the balance go between you and the fiance? Are they married?
Yeah, they're at this point they're married.
Okay.
So for him and them, they had an open marriage. Okay. She was the way I understood it. She was okay with him being able to be with other people. She chose not to be with other people. For me, I feel like those rules kind of trickled into what we had going on. They were kind of unspoken, but at the time, like, I was nurturing a baby, stuff like that. So, we dated together. We attempted to date together. And then a lot of times I would find out on the back end that he was either dating or intermingling with other people outside of me. But it wasn't anything that I was made privy to prior to. It was things that I was finding out.
So it was nothing that y'all spoke about that this was okay?
Nothing that we spoke about that it was okay. It was just what he was already accustomed to doing. And then for me...
Do you feel like you had more rules than her? You wanted more like, okay, what
I definitely wanted more structure. I definitely wanted more structure. For me, I think the rules for us, if there were any rules to be had, they were most definitely unspoken. He did not have the emotional security within himself for me to be with other men. And it was
about to ask you that.
and even in that, it even went so far as to me being made aware that other people were being told that I was only bisexual for him.
And who lied and said that?
He did. Which is crazy because I have a whole ex-wife. So, which is crazy. For me, I prefer the accompaniment of a woman more than I do a man. Love my men, love y'all down to the ground, but y'all make my head hurt. So, so I would prefer a woman if it was all rainbows and unicorns. I want me a goddess. So for us, it was kind of like we tried to play together. We tried to date together. We tried all of the things that I thought would bring more structure. But I definitely feel that at some point in the relationship, I personally felt that I was doing a lot of this for him. Because I was at a point in my life, because I'm old and I'm definitely older than him. I was at a point in my life where I was trying to bring structure to my home, as far as like the family life is concerned, the things that morally and conscientiously held true value to me. Not to say that polyamory doesn't hold value, but I was getting to a point in my life where it was not holding value. It had become so diminished. And it's supposed to. It had become so diminished and so muddied that it was like this was just a part of me that I held off in a closet in a book bag until the next party, or the next event, or whenever someone would show up. You know what I'm saying? But who I'm presenting myself to the world, I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, I'm a house manager, I'm a fully functioning businesswoman. And I think for me, the turning point, not only with my son, but when it became a point where I kind of was thinking like, if I was to show up at a business function, would I be embarrassed that you're beside me? Or would I be able to stand in my own right?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of where the dynamic began to shift for me from, okay, I'm either going to have to choose this lifestyle fully or choose a different path.
Okay. So where are you now though?
Now completely void of the lifestyle. Completely void. Nothing.
No poly?
No poly. No poly. Solo poly. No polyandry. No polygamy. I am completely and solely monogamous.
And you happy?
Very happy.
All right, that's all that fucking matters. Okay, so question. So when the rules were broken, the lies, whatever the case may be, was there any friction? Like, did you express like, and it was like nothing? Was it trying to fix anything? Like,
I mean, I can't say for sure that there were consequences. Because for him, I just feel like those didn't matter, honestly. I feel like those were like, oh, like a little tap on the hand. Oh, she's mad, but she'll get over it.
Right.
And so I began to make it a game, honestly. When I knew that he was on some bullshit, okay, you got to take me on a date. and I'm getting whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I'm spending money. Okay, you got to take me over here, or you got to take me there, or I need this for this, or I need to go get my nails done. I begin to make it a game.
Drink a nigga.
Yeah, like I began to make it a game because I knew that regardless to what I said or how are you, what I said or I knew that regardless of what I said or how I felt, nothing was gonna change.
Yeah.
Nothing was gonna change. And I think that was the most hurting part of the deal. Like I looked at my life 5 years from that point to simply say, this is gonna be a reoccurrence in my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be constantly unhappy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be constantly chasing the ghost of women past.
Yeah.
I'm gonna constantly be finding things in your phone, finding things on your social media. Like it had gotten bad to the point where women were knew who I was, knew who he was, were befriending me in this lifestyle and still sleeping with my man.
They don't give a fuck.
It made it seem like they had
They don't give a
nothing
fuck
with him. And so, like, I mean, I'm telling you, like, girl, I found out about, a woman trying to assist me in getting a job. She talked all this stuff and everything and thing. And then I come to find out that I didn't get the job because of something that he told her. When I had said from the beginning that I was not comfortable with this connection. Like, when I say there was literally no respect, there was no respect. And I think that is what tore the hide for me when it came to being poly. Not to say that, everybody is disrespectful or, not to say that that's the whole thing. But for me to bear you a child and to truly love you beyond all recollection of everything that you have going on, and for you to take that love and turn it into something like a prison, it was really hard for me to stomach.
Sound like a lot of ego, a lot of controlling, possessiveness.
Yeah, for sure. And so it just for me, it didn't feel safe. Like we would go to parties together.
Did you ever feel safe at the parties?
No.
And that ever talk about like, okay, this is what we're gonna do at the party.
Yeah. So
this is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I'm not comfortable with.
Yeah.
He said, all right, cool. He goes to the party and he do the total fucking opposite. And you like, I'm sitting here in the corner with a wet towel.
Out the window, like quite literally. We talked about being at the parties. He was able to play with who he wanted to play with. Mm-hmm. But it had to be a situation where we played together because I'm bisexual, right? Yeah. He would always choose women that I was not attracted to. And he would play with those women. And then, of course, because I'm new, I'm fresh meat in Houston. Of course, everyone is attracted to me, but I can't let everybody in my energy like that. I
don't know you to watch your face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it was one of those situations. So no, I never felt really safe at the parties. And I think that was kind of one of the things. That's kind of how I ran into. We'll call him Papa Smurf. That's kind of how I ran into Papa Smurf because I went to a party. At the time, my partner was nowhere to be found. Upstairs doing his thug thizzle. Oh, wow. And I ended up like I think that the entire party I had been like begging him like to play with me. Like, okay, you guys want to play with me now? You want to play with me now? Okay. And it would always be, well, no, I'm tired. I just got done playing. But as soon as somebody walked past,
you're ready
to play again. So, out of respect for our relationship, because I'm respectful, right? I'm sitting and I'm chilling. Oh, wow. But as I'm sitting and I'm chilling, like,
you better than me, girl.
Right. I've heard that I was better than most.
It'll be a fight every night. Oh, yo, you don't want to play? I'm about to go play.
So I ended up, he's upstairs, he's wherever he's at. I'm downstairs sitting, and Papa Smurf walks over to me, and he's like, are you okay? No one, I'm fine. And
No,
he was like,
fuck,
no,
I'm not. The person inside, no, I'm not.
No, seriously. And so he was like, "Oh, you're not fine. Like something is wrong. Something is off. Like
Exactly.
this is not your normal like demeanor. Like, are you good?" And I'm like, "No. Like I swear I'm good. I promise I'm good." But you can see me sweating. You can see me shaking. And so like he brings me a bottle of water. He brings me a fan, and he was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "No. I promise I'm good." So at this point, my partner comes downstairs. I think he's done at this point, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to go." And I'm like, "What? You ready to go?" Like, and I mind you, he smashed every woman at the party. He touched every woman at the party. And I'm like, "You ready to go?" "Yeah, I'm ready to go." Okay, cool. We drive home in silence. The next day, I wake up with a message from Papa Smurf, and he's like, "Hey, something was really wrong with you last night.
Yeah.
But are you okay?"
Oh.
And that is what kind of sparked my girl, fuck this shit. Bitch, the love that you want.
Okay.
Exactly.
And first off, like you have somebody that actually gave a fuck and asking you how you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so from that point on, like that opened the door for me to say to myself, the love that you want is on the outside of the box of fear. Like the love, whether it's love, whether it's caring, whether it's true adoration, whether it's honesty, whatever it is that you are wanting on a positive note, it is out there. Mm-hmm. But it's on the outside of this bullshit box that you have been contained into.
Yeah, and I think when you get there, that's when you like, okay,
that's
you start to know your words.
Yeah,
you start to know what you actually deserve. I do deserve this. I know I am worthy of confirmation, communication, whatever it may be. Like I know that I'm worth it.
Yeah.
And girl, don't do it if you're dealing with that type of shit. No communication and feeling uncomfortable.
Move around quickly.
Move the fuck around and don't do it just because of your man. Do it because you want to do it. And it's just no, that's not cool at all. Right.
I know, right?
They get it. It's hot out here. Okay, so steamy time. Mm-hmm. What is your best playtime and your worst? Although it sounds like, did he ever let you play?
So I never played outside of him. It wasn't until Papa Smurf that I started playing with a man outside of him. Okay. As far as women was concerned, it was always us playing together.
Okay.
So I would say my best.
Oh, you started with the good.
I will start with the good. I'm gonna say my best was when I finally was able to truly give myself to another person.
Okay.
So I would have to say my best was Papa Smurf. Hands down.
Did y'all play with another woman? Or was it just
No, it was just me and him.
Okay.
It was just me and him. Like he took time to really learn my body. He took time. He gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like he took time to learn my body, but not even only that, he took time to really learn me outside of being poly. That was something. Real. That was something that I really, really, really had a problem with when it came to all of the other women that my partner would bring into the fold. A lot of those women only knew me and only could see me through the lens that he had already painted for me. He had already primed those women. He had already, a lot of these women, the same shit that I was interested in, they weren't even interested in, but because he had already primed them and he had already talked them up and, she likes this and she likes that and she likes that. They came into the fold or they came into the situation on... I want to say on some fraudulent shit, but I get it when you're poly and you're just trying to meet people and figure out people. You're just trying to figure out your likes and dislikes as well. Yeah. So you meet someone that you think is genuine. They have someone. Yeah. You're just trying to figure out how all of that is going to mesh together.
So question. So with the other women coming in, was it to where, okay, let's have a group chat to make everything feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Like...
So we did the group chat shit,
Yeah,
and
like, was
it
it-
never failed that he would always isolate him and her in a message thread together. We would have the group chat. I would always be the one starting
See,
the
I
group
don't
chat,
like that.
and he would always take
Let's
that
talk
number.
together.
He would always take that number and isolate their conversation, because for him, he made it seem like, oh, well, I want to be able to get to know them outside of the group. I want to find things that I have in common with that person, just like you want to have things in
I
common
think
with
that
that
is
person.
okay, but still have your group. But then you the wrong nigga to do that with, because all you do is
Right,
lie.
because all you're doing is lying. So then there would be times where they would go out on dates, and I would not be privy of it, because it would not be something that he would tell me. I would find out from her.
What is wrong with the open communication? Like,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with the open communication. I think you just have to have a person that's willing to be honest
do you think
and
men
truthful.
are able to do that?
Absolutely.
Girl, I'm at the point where I don't think they can.
Absolutely.
You know, that's another
Absolutely.
episode on the spiritual hoe.
Absolutely.
So the best moment, we ain't gonna go into details with Papa Smurf. That's his name?
Papa Smurf.
Mhm.
Endearingly, Papa
But let's
Smurf.
go into details for the worst.
For the worst. Oh,
Later.
I really want to say the worst playtimes was definitely the parties.
Every time?
Every time. They sucked. They sucked. Oh my God,
What
they
was
sucked.
it that make it
No chemistry.
No chemistry.
And
How did the women look? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that I understand. I feel like a lot of his attraction was the body more than the face. I think for me it was more of the, although first glance majority of the women were not physically attractive to me.
Squinting of the eye.
I feel like the majority of the women were not physically attractive to me. There were a few. I say a couple. I'm gonna say a couple.
So they ugly.
No. I'm gonna say
cutie ugly.
Not even cutie ugly,
okay.
Because for me, so that's the thing. Like, I have a certain woman that I am attracted to, right? Okay. You see pictures of my ex-wife, you be like, oh, okay, I got it now. I get it. So there is a certain type of woman that I'm attracted to, and I don't veer from that. You know what I'm saying? He was more all over the board. Whoever was giving him attention, that's who he was going for, right? So for me, that's not the approach that I take, especially when it comes to women. Men, it's a whole nother different story. Yeah. There's a whole different process that I use. But when it comes to women, I'm serious about my women. Yeah. And there is a type of vibe and a type of energy and a type of spirit that I'm looking for. So when I say that they weren't physically attractive, it does not mean that they were ugly. Yeah. To me, spiritually, they were not attractive. Yeah. So for me,
especially in that type of party, though, and not to cut you off, because it's a lot of parties, it's a lot of clubs that you may go to, and the spirit is just not well in this setting. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to fucking leave. Mm-hmm. It's okay not to fucking go to every event. And I had to find that out as well earlier on down my lifestyle journey. These groups ain't what it is. No, like group chats, even the spirit in the group chats or the pages or the little parties that they do, it's just not what it is. And when you consume yourself with that type of space, now you're acting like them. They kind of bleeds onto you, and like you waking up in the morning looking in the mirror, who the fuck
am I? Ain't me. Because you're taking on all of those different energies.
Yeah, you're doing that because you're in this relationship and you want him to, he likes it. Okay, let me try to
figure it out. Let me try to see if there's
it changes you in a way that you don't want to be changed. Oof. Let's change. Let's want to change ourselves in a positive, better way. Not. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
And to piggyback off the changing, like that is a lot of what I experienced. Yeah. I experienced a lot of changing in a negative fashion.
Yeah.
Because I was taking on all of these different energies.
Yeah.
I was taking on all of these different spirits from all of these different people.
Yeah.
And the very thing that I began to hate about him is what I was changing into.
Yeah. And that's what they mean when they say reflect. Whoever you date is a reflection.
It's a reflection. Yeah.
And that's how it happens. That's some real ass shit. It's some real ass shit. Then we gotta dig ourselves out of this fucking hole to get ourselves
back to who we are.
It's too much fucking work.
It's a lot of fucking work.
And I was about to say, just when we were talking about that just now, it's like most of the time we're a dumping ground for men.
Yes.
Men like that, and not all men. We seem to be a dumping ground, especially for spiritual women or just women that know themselves. And we're a target for them. So
like that, it's like that divine femininity.
They love it. They love it, but they try to.
They love it, and they try to box it in. They try to change
where you want it. And
they dirty it up.
Yeah,
and it's
we're dumping with sometimes
because it's the wrong men.
You're gonna be a dumping ground.
Yep. Because then it becomes that whole, my mother never loved me, and my mother was never there for me. Now we're trying to mother and love, and it's a revolving door.
Yeah,
it's a cycle. It's truly a cycle. So I think that is kind of where I can't say I could say I had a best for sure, but I would say all of those experiences, looking back, I might have enjoyed them in the moment, but looking back, all of those experiences were bad because those were people that I should have never connected with. Those were people that I would have never connected with had I not been with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody has their preference. I truly don't believe he has a preference. I believe if they got big titties and they got a big ass, he going for it. That's just my thought, just based on what I've seen and the patterns that I've seen.
Yeah.
But I would have never connected with all those different people.
Yeah.
Especially knowing how controlled.
Yeah.
That's a good word. How controlled I am sexually. I know how I get down in the bedroom.
Yeah.
So because I know how I get down, I know what I'm doing, what I'm willing to do, what I'm willing not to do. I know that a lot of those women, like I said, I never would have crossed paths with had it not been for him. You never would have crossed paths.
Yeah.
Had it not been for him.
Yeah.
So for me, I can say that although, they felt good in the moment, not good experiences.
Well, damn.
Not good experiences.
All right, y'all. It's time for the namaste hole. Okay. Okay, so. Okay, so your healing process.
Yeah. Lots of therapy, girl. Lots of therapy. Jesus, a lot of therapy.
Don't knock in.
Lot of therapy. I also went and got a life coach.
Oh wow!
I got a life coach. She's absolutely amazing. Her name is Nisha Dene on Facebook. She's absolutely amazing. She has a Facebook. I don't know about the Instagram.
Say the name again.
Nisha Dene. She is a Christian based life coach. She's absolutely amazing, right?
Okay.
I actually met her in the lifestyle. We connected that way, and then our paths kind of led us apart. Yeah. And then when I kind of really got sick of myself, so to speak, our paths crossed at the right time.
Yeah.
And so she became my life coach. So I would say, as far as the healing process, I got back in the church. Yeah. For me, I had to go back to what I know.
Yeah.
And God has always kept me in the midst of whatever it is I was dealing with. Because my life has been pretty layered, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
But there's always been that rock and that foundation of Christianity that has brought me through, brought me out, brought me over.
Okay.
So I went back to church. I got a life coach. I got into therapy. Really went and got me some meds.
And don't leave me.
Adderall. I'm an
Take
Adderall
your
queen.
motherfucking meds.
So yeah, I think that was the start of my healing process.
Yeah.
Of course, the relationship ended. Thank God. The relationship ended, and I dealt with all those feelings. And even now, it's still a work in process.
Yeah.
Because I began to learn things after the fact.
Yeah.
Of things that were happening during my relationship.
Yeah.
That truly broke me. Like, I'm not even gonna bullshit. Like, truly, like I can play the hard role and I can play that role all day long, but things that really truly broke me, because it's a difference when you just say you love someone, but when your soul loves someone, it's a different story. And for him, I truly thought that we were soulmates. So for me, it was one of those breaking periods and breaking moments where I had to basically undo all of that love that I had poured into him.
And that's what
and
hurts
then
the
take
worst.
it and pour it back into me. And pour it back into things that I love and that I care about. So that's really what started the healing process for me.
Healing is not pretty.
Ugh.
People want to be like, I'm on a healing journey. I'm a girl. Healing will make you go fucking crazy.
Healing will really put you in jail. I'm not even gonna lie. Healing will make you want to beat up everybody.
But it has to be done. It's something that has to be done, and nobody can do it for you. Okay,
True.
You got to do the work. So during that healing process, what are some things that you do for yourself? Like, do you do daily affirmations? What's something that you do to like recall your power back, just as a woman?
Yeah. So I would say definitely the affirmations. I do a lot of journaling.
Okay, that's good.
Excuse me. I've always been a writer. So I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of things that bring me happiness. Out of that space, I've always been a cook, right? So I'm a licensed chef or whatever. So I've always been a cook. But out of that space, I begin to curate charcuterie boards.
Okay.
And it's what I call my happy chaos, right?
Oh, I love that.
So whatever I'm going through in my mind, I put it on a board.
So your craft. It's your craft.
It's my craft. So that's kind of what I begin to do. I begin to find things that made me happy. Actually truly meeting people and truly getting to know people without an agenda. Without could this person be with us? Or could I be with this person to give me a out from dealing with this situation? I begin to meet people and befriend people without an agenda.
On your own.
On my own. On my own accord. And I begin to see that the love that I was showing to people was coming back to me tenfold.
I love that.
So that truly helped in the process, that love doesn't have to hurt. You know what I'm saying? And someone can say, I love you and I care about you, and truly mean it.
Because love is not... Okay, let's ask, how do you feel about that saying? Because that brought a question, because people say that love is supposed to hurt.
No.
Or, it brings... I don't think love is supposed to hurt.
Love is not supposed to hurt.
Love is not supposed to hurt.
Not to be biblical, but the Bible lists all the ways of what love is. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Love is long-standing.
It's God.
Love, all of the different things. Yeah, like all of the different things that love is supposed to be. And not one part of that scripture says that love is supposed to hurt. So I begin to learn that people can only love from the capacity in which they know love to be.
That's so
and
true.
If they only know love that hurts,
that's what they're going to do.
They can only show love that hurts. And they can only love you out of that hurt. And I guarantee you that love is going to hurt on every level, because that's all they know. that's why I think for me, a part of that healing journey came into seeing that I could truly meet people that met my standard of love easily without me even having to coach them. You understand what I'm saying? Easily, without me even having to coach them.
I need a session with the life coach.
Like literally, like that is what I begin to learn. And I will say, like, I talk, we're gonna have to talk about Papa Smurf off the air, but I will say that Papa Smurf was most definitely a catalyst for that.
Yeah.
Because he came in and he loved me.
Yeah.
Right where I needed to be loved.
I love that.
And I didn't have to coach him.
He just already
I didn't have to teach him. He just knew exactly what to do at the right moment, at the right time. And it always hit like it was supposed to hit. Always. It never failed. It never failed. So for me, it was like it reminded me. That's what I'll say. It reminded me of the love that I was giving to the world and the love that I was getting from the world prior to this one dark patch.
Yeah.
And at that point, I began to maneuver in and out of different circles.
Yeah.
I began to get out. I began to meet people.
Yeah.
And now I have grown a village of people around me who truly love me and care about me. Yeah. I've grown a village around me of people who truly support me in whatever it is that I do. And not only did I place that village around me, but us moving here, literally not having any other family except for my ex-partner. Yeah. I was able to put that village around my kids. Yeah. So that they know, oh, we got Uncle so-and-so over here. We got Auntie so-and-so over here. Oh, what is TT so-and-so doing this weekend? Can I go over her house? Yeah. I began to put those people around me, and I don't think I would have ever had an opportunity to go out and meet those people had I not moved out of that situation. Yeah.
Okay, so next question is going to be, how's your mental now?
Oh,
it sounds beautiful. And you sound refreshed. God is over here going.
A bitch is happy.
I love that feel.
A bitch is happy. No, seriously. Like, I'm definitely, everything is not peaches and cream, right?
Of course not.
But I'm definitely happy. I'm happy in my work life. I'm happy in my business life. I'm happy in my mommy world. I'm happy in my friendship world. I'm happy in my dating life. Like, there are hiccups here and there, right? Yeah. But I find it so much more easier to recenter myself and say, I don't have to accept that. Yeah. I don't have to take that. Yeah. I can truly choose what works for me and what matters to me.
And that's our power. That's our superpower. Sometimes your superpower is saying no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
And then being able to listen to that and to say, being able to listen to that no, or being able to hear that your inner self is uncomfortable and being able to pivot. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
I love that. Okay, so we're gonna close it out.
Shimmy,
something that you would tell a black woman.
Okay.
A black woman or a woman of color that's in the lifestyle, thinking about going in the lifestyle, or just, just anything that you would like to tell that woman.
Yeah. Choose you. Wholeheartedly choose you.
Even in the lifestyle?
Even in the lifestyle. Choose you. I know we look at things especially when it comes to the lifestyle. I know that we sit up and we think about what our other partners may feel or how our other partners might be affected. Yeah. And I still say, choose you. Because when you die, none of those partners are going in that grave with you.
No, they don't.
When you end up in a hospital,
who's gonna be there?
Who's gonna be there? When you get older,
who's gonna be there?
Who's going to be there? And do you really want to look back on your life and come to the conclusion or come to grips with the fact that you never chose you. And not only did you not choose you, although you had all of these people around you and all of these people, I love you, I need you, I want you,
living your best life,
they still chose them.
At the end of
Whatever made them happy, whatever did it for them, they still chose them.
Still,
my biggest piece of advice in any life, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's monogamy, whether it's solitude, choose you.
Choose you.
Because when you sit back and you look over your life in those final moments, do you want to feel like you did everything possible to make yourself happy? Or do you want to sit back and feel like you lost out on years and years and years trying to fortitude and make someone else happy? That's so true. That's the biggest thing. And I think for me, I wasted quite a few years trying to make other people happy. Yeah. And when I lost myself, only I was standing in that mirror with me. Mm-hmm. When I was sitting there crying and pleading and crying out to God to just keep me sane enough to be an active parent to my own children. Yeah. Nobody was there. Mm-hmm. Not him, not the other women, not the lifestyle. It was just me.
And you know what? My mom told me this a while back. I was going through some shit, and she said, look in the mirror. And I literally physically went and looked in the mirror. Try that, y'all.
Oh, baby, that's going to put it into perspective for you.
I don't care how many times you got to do it yourself. Go into the mirror.
Look in that mirror.
Look in that mirror. Look at yourself in your eyes. If you gotta walk up close to the motherfucker and look at yourself, look in the mirror. When I say so much shit will come up to surface, and baby, if you ain't crying, you ain't looking right. You ain't looking right in the mirror.
Balling, getting lightheaded. Like,
if you not hyper-invalidated. You're not healing. You're not looking in the mirror right, okay?
You're not.
That's all she had to tell me.
I'm talking about so mad. I literally punched my mirror, broke it. Because when I sat there, I got so angry. Not with my situation. I was angry with myself. Because how could I allow myself to get so far gone and so deep away from my morals and my values and things that made me, like things that I was teaching my children. Like, how could I be like how could I be a true mentor and role model and all of those things to the kids that I bore? Yeah. When I'm not even holding true to my own values.
That part.
And even in that situation, like I said, I lost a lot. I lost a lot in that situation. I lost the ability to be able to effectively mother my children. Yeah. So my children suffered. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say they suffered from me being in the lifestyle. They suffered from everything that I was trying to maintain and keep up with while being in the lifestyle.
Being a healthy woman, being a healthy mother.
My children suffered.
Like, if you're not all of those things, you're going to be an unfit mother.
You're going to be an unfit parent.
It is what it is.
Because you're so focused and wrapped up on the next person. You're not
taking care of yourself as a woman. You're unable to be a fit parent. Yeah. At the end of the day, I love that. And then I was also gonna say, we always go through those moments of being mad at ourselves for making the choices or letting things just slide or just whatever the case may be. I feel like when you do go through that, also give yourself grace.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can't be angry at yourself and dig yourself this hole. I think that gives you an opportunity to see, okay, what am I going to change? What I'm not going to go
What am
through,
I not
and
gonna do
don't let
anymore?
this person, how they treated you or what you let them slide with. Don't let that change the person that you are and how you love. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Still love how you love, still be that kind person, still be that awesome fucking woman, but let those lessons kind of guide you into the next situation, business, family. It'll be like, hey, I'm not gonna deal with that. That's gonna be a no.
That's gonna be a
That's gonna be
no.
like, I can't come. Like
Next caller.
next caller. Like, don't let it change you. Just let it change your discernment. And
Yeah. Heavy on the discernment.
you know what I'm saying?
Heavy on the discernment.
So I enjoy you today.
I enjoyed this.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.